Yeah. I
So
can't imagine what our film commissioners are thinking too right now. I'd love to talk to them. And here they are.
yeah, right. That'd be a great segue. So
Because it's got to be tough. I mean, we just had the Film Florida, like, what was it, Q3
hmm
meetings, and we heard a lot of good news.
yep,
Some iffy things, but a lot of good stuff.
yeah, nothing bad,
And
but
then
definitely I would say iffy.
and then boom,
Uh
hurricanes,
huh.
tragedy. Like Clearwater Beach is still shut down.
Uh huh.
All those businesses are still done. And I'm wondering, I just haven't heard. I think that they're probably being, you know, for better or worse, like hush hush about how things are going right now.
Yeah.
We're picking back up, but we've got like amazing returning clients,
hmm
who sign for like these long term deals. So that's great. But that's what I want to hear from the commissioners is how are the people who are like the job to job people, how
I
are they
mean,
doing?
there's no way they're doing well. I hate to say it. I hate to be pessimistic in that regard,
Yeah.
but I mean, there's no way if you're on a job basis, if you're already kind of like legitimately hustling for your next job, there's no way. I mean, I have a lot of amazing clients. One just kind of had to bow out for the rest of their agreement for the rest of the year, and we released them just to the moral side of it, right? Like just they're hurting. They're a service industry, and they're a service industry that their clients just didn't have the expendable income after these hurricanes. So they lost clients in which they're having to do some cost cutting measures to ensure that they stay afloat.
Mm.
And I don't think we were the first cut, the first two phone calls, let's say, but I do think we were the third or the fourth phone call. So, and they were hit in a unusual way by Milton. Like they were perfectly fine from Helene, 100% okay, no issues, no problems whatsoever. Then Milton came, no water, no flood damage of any kind. What ended up getting them was their building, the complex that they're in. There's like three buildings. They're in the middle building. That middle building had catastrophic electrical failure because
Oh,
of Milton. So when the power was restored to the complex,
fire.
no
No,
fire. When
that's good.
they just building one and building three, when all the trucks were around getting power back, right? Call it 3 days later, 4 days later, building one and three click on, building two doesn't click on. And there's why doesn't our building have power, but building one and building three do? And they couldn't figure it out. They couldn't figure out, like the property owner and Duke Energy just couldn't figure it out. Come to find out that when I don't know the technical element, but there was a catastrophic electrical issue in their building that had to get resolved. It took 2 weeks to resolve it.
Wow.
So their entire building had no power for 2 weeks while the building had an additional issue to resolve. And obviously the landlord has to get like a specialized electrical crew out. And I don't know what the actual issue was, but it took 2 weeks. They just got power back to their building like 3 days ago.
Dang.
And so they were losing clients left and right just because their clients were affected by Milton and their expendable money.
No
And
one's getting FEMA money.
right,
Not
so
to get political.
yeah, that client just very very kind, very polite, was just like, is there any way we cannot finish out the contract?
Hmm.
Just because it saves them 2 months because they were up for renewal at the start of the year. So we'll have a conversation with them in January and just see if we can do like an 11-month agreement with them next year, February to December. But they need November, December for sure, financial relief, and then I'm not even going to talk to them until early to mid January. Just
Yeah.
give them January as well to just try and recover. So, we released them from the contract. Obviously, contractually speaking, they were supposed to owe us the money, but morally, I couldn't be like,
No, not in times like these.
no, I couldn't be like, no, you signed a contract. It's like, no, I get it. I couldn't even imagine not having power for 2 weeks. Like it was, you go 3, 4, 5 days.
I was losing it.
Yeah.
I was losing it. I get pissed off when I'm inside and there's no AC. I'm like, how would I survive 300 years ago? I'm like, I would be eaten by lions or something. It'd be horrible. Can we talk about the van?
Let's do it.
All right.
I mean, with that segue, I guess we are. Hey, can we
I'm
talk
just
about?
getting sad. I'm like, we need to talk about
Yeah.
something exciting.
Yeah. So we have a van.
Yeah. So it's a ProMaster 3500, big Ram, big thing, and
High roof extended.
yeah, and we're setting it all up for being like a high end G&E vehicle,
Yep.
and custom fitted, everything built to be like perfectly workable for the pros out there.
Do it 10, 12, 15, 100 times, you're just mad at
Well,
that
we've
point.
all worked out of the trailer, but the trailer's so much lower to the
Yes.
ground.
And even then, some of those carts suck to still
Yeah, like
push in.
the Does-All is hard to move around.
It's two people. Two people get that in. That's not a one man job. You are going to.
I've done it before.
Have you?
I don't think so.
We're gonna say yes.
But the van, man, I was watching videos and I was looking at images of other people's vans and just seeing how much higher that angle is to get those carts
It's
in
like
there.
triple
I'm like, holy cow.
triple the height, like to push up. Like it's insane.
Nuts.
So, so yeah, that's the official van. We got a Tommy gate. Got a Tommy gate on it. So that's, like I said, that's gonna be just chef's kiss. People are gonna love it. I know some of the people who are already aware of our van, a few gaffers and grips, and gaffers and grips that are already aware of our van.